Hey there, this is Clay with Relationship Inner Game, and today I want to talk a little bit about, what it means when maybe your ex blocks you on their phone or on maybe a social media website or something like that, and maybe what your options are when that happens. Okay, so first of all, it's important to realize why they're doing this at first. And what is most common is because they're feeling a sense of reactance toward you. Okay, so maybe the last time you called them, maybe the last time you texted them or something like that, maybe you did something that was maybe a little bit desperate, a little bit needy, or maybe just didn't feel good from their point of view for one reason or another, and maybe that just sort of made them want to pull away. And that's what that feeling of reactance is. It's that feeling to like pull away when somebody like wants something from you that either you can't or don't really want to give them. That's kind of what that feeling of pulling away is, right? And oftentimes when they block you, what they are trying to do is to it's coming from a place of them expressing that reactance. They just don't want to have to deal with any more of those communications or advances that maybe make them feel a little bit uncomfortable, right? So maybe you were begging to get back together. Maybe you were trying to guilt trip them. Maybe you got angry at them or something like that. And that could cause them to want to block you, okay? That's the rationale behind that. And what do you do in response to this? Okay, so what you probably want to do, number one, if it was something really bad that you did, right, that you recognize was bad, and you're like, okay, yeah, I really wish I didn't call you that name or whatever. What you want to do is, if you still have some other channel of communication, maybe if they blocked you on the phone, maybe you can reach out to them online or email or whatever. What you should do is you should apologize for that, obviously. But what you might want to do beyond that is to just give them some space as well. Just be like, hey, I get that maybe what I did before maybe wasn't in good taste, and I want you to know I'm sorry about that. And I think maybe it'd be a good idea for both of us to have a little bit of space away from each other right now, just so we can kind of get our heads on straight. I know I at least need to get my head on straight. Something like that. But I do still want to, get back in touch with you later on. I think that, I think I value our relationship enough to want to do that. But right now I just need some space. And I think that's a good way to do it, because number one, when they do have that reactance towards you, oftentimes some space is what's going to help soften that up, right? Because that reactance is kind of like a pushing away quality. It's sort of like a walling out quality. And oftentimes, if you give your ex a little bit of space, that wall will start to weaken, and they'll be like, okay, well, maybe it wasn't so bad. Maybe I did overreact a little bit. Maybe we should talk about it. Maybe we should make up, or whatever. And over time, that'll start to soften up. And the second thing is, it gives you some time to focus a little bit more on how you can better bring yourself to interact with your ex in a way that maybe doesn't trigger that kind of reactance as well, that maybe doesn't come across as needy or desperate, or doesn't lash out at them for one reason or another, or doesn't feel bad in some way that maybe is not evident to you right now. But if you can start to practice the advanced relational skills that we talk about in some other videos, and also on the website, Relationship Inner Game, and inside the program, you can start to understand these things and be like, I see it now. Like, why did I say that? Like, I can understand that was like the absolute polar opposite of what I probably should have said. And you can start to be able to know a little bit more intuitively what the right thing to say is in any given moment. So don't worry too much about being blocked on any one means, as long as you still have some other avenue of contacting them in the future. That's why it's important to, always have your contact information for the different people. Whether it's like the phone number, the Facebook ID, all that stuff. You always want to be able to have multiple different ways of getting in touch with them if need be, okay? but you don't want to like hound them too much. You definitely want to give them space, especially if they're going to go out of the way to block you, okay? So that is what I'd recommend if your ex has blocked you, either your phone number or online or something like that. So again, I hope that helps you out. If you'd like more help getting through your ex and developing the skills you need to open up their heart so that the two of you can get back together and have a great relationship together, I'd recommend going to relationshipinnergame.com and signing up there for our newsletter. We'll give you lots of tips and advice and help on getting through your ex and helping you get back together with them. And you know, if you feel it's a good fit, you can also sign up for our program too. But yeah, the best place to get started is to go to relationshipinnergame.com. Thanks.